I'm going in. The war is real. Absolutely. I've been feeling it. But for the most part, I'm very excited, happy, in more trust than I've ever been. So if anybody out there is having a rough time, I send you this trust that I have and all that good stuff. Wishing you the best. I've been trying for not trying too hard, otherwise it would have happened, but yeah, just meaning to do a quick Popeye, and I'm just going to do a quick rune draw for us. For the collective, the messages of right here, right now, wherever you may find yourself. I'm feeling this one. That's it, right there. Ooh, yeah, interesting. All right, so we have Isa, which is, it's the rune of like freeze, standstill. Isa 23, 137. Standstill, withdrawal, and ice. The winter of the spiritual life is upon you. You may find yourself entangled in a situation to whose implications you are, in effect, blind. You may feel powerless to do anything except submit, surrender, even sacrifice some long-cherished desire. Be patient, for this is the period of gestation that precedes a rebirth. Positive accomplishment is unlikely now. There is a freeze on useful activity. All your plans are on hold. You may be experiencing an unaccustomed drain on your energy and wonder why. A chill wind is reaching you over the ice floes of old, outmoded habits. Trying to hold on can result in shallowness of feeling, a sense of being out of touch with life. Seek to discover what it is you are holding on to that perpetuates this condition and let go. Shed, release, cleanse away the old. Doing so will bring on the thaw. Usually Isa requires a sacrifice of the personal, the I. At such a time, you cannot hope to rely on the help or friendly support. And yet there's no reason for anxiety. Submit and be still. For what you're experiencing is not necessarily the result of your actions or habits, but rather arises from conditions about which you can do nothing. What has been full must empty. What has increased must decrease. This is the way of heaven and earth. To surrender is to display courage and wisdom. And yet there's another face to standstill. Just as winter is a time for going within, drawing Isa can announce a time of restoration and renewal at the deepest level. In your solitude, exercise caution and do not stubbornly persist in attempting to work your will. Remain mindful that the seed of the new is present in the shell of the old, the seed of unrealized potential, the seed of the good. Trust your own process and watch for signs of spring. As I was reading that, like I'm hearing and seeing how applicable that actually is with this whole wave that's been going on with, forcing or trying to force vaccinations on people. And just kind of and I've noticed this a lot over the years in my journey. I just saw 444 on the clock. Thank you. And I'm just I'm so in that trust more than I've ever been. And it's crazy because I notice so many good people, you know, with just like the kindest hearts, who have just done nothing but dedicate themselves to good and wishing nothing but well on others, you know. And we're just kind of in that time where it's like, how I've been saying it is, it's kind of like the final flail, you know, like the old must collapse, right? And it's like that final catching up phase, you know, because it's a fact, 100%. I don't care how much, you know, people fuck with each other and try and like intercept certain things, or, you know, like playing with magic that they shouldn't be playing with, or, you know, maybe not even completely understanding what they're doing. But like, of the one thing that has been neglected for so long, 555, it has been our spiritual selves. And, you know, like, I know from personal experience, I was always kind of that, like, a bit of an outcast, and there was a lot of things like I did try and share in the initial phases that eventually, like, the reactions I was getting and whatnot, I did kind of hold back within myself. I will not lie. Do I hold any regrets? No, because I'm right here, right now, and very proud of the woman that I've become. And, you know, it is like when you're seemingly fighting a battle alone, and then coming back into that realization, unbinding yourself from any kind of energies that have been like focused on you and completely to your unawareness, you know, like not even realizing like some of the, you know, perhaps like the malice and the hatred that some people may have towards you in those energies. And, you know, coming to realize that that is actually a thing, you know, for real. Even though you're not the kind of person who can hold that. But just what I'm seeing is like that final flail of people who have like held on to, you know, wishing harm on others and having this extreme end, I want to say, of the love scale, because like, you know, when it comes to love, there are no opposites. Not at all. There's a lot that will stand in opposition to seeming what they may have perceived as love, without realizing that everything comes from the love space. Love is it's a consciousness. It's, you know, it's an awakening within, realizing that ultimately, innately, deep down, all life desires and needs the same thing. And, you know, it's that honest, just peaceful place to be, and to hold no fear, you know, like to just be yourself. And so like with Isa right now, you know, I think I want to encourage us all to kind of like dig a little deeper and remember, you know, that place of peace within. Like, you know, even if your life has been chaos in so many ways, but just to find that within yourself, you know, like remember a time back in your life when you were so at peace. Or if you don't think you've ever felt that, dig for it, try and find it, or remember the desire for that, you know. And I think collectively, in the standstill and finding that peace, you know, we can create that evolution of this species here on this plane, this planet, however you want to look at it. We can actually create it that much quicker. Remembering that, you know, our thoughts really aren't our own. We're a collective. So there'll be different thoughts that are coming in. It's like, whoa, that's not like me to think something. Like, just clear and transmute it if it's not good. Or face it and think, you know, where's this coming from? Like, do I have anything like that within myself? And what can you do to change that, to shift that? You know, take it, like when you take it to a completely selfish place of finding innately and re-tapping into that pure desire, pure need to just be at peace, to have your needs met, and to be able to, you know, do the work that you came here to do, whatever that natural desire and calling is. Collectively, we can be the catalyst by standing still, withdrawing, you know, like not feeding into the fear mentality and the, you know, that instilling of doubt. Because now is our time, you know. The old system, done. We got a network now. As much of the cellularization that has tried to take place and to break us apart, let's actually see it as having brought us even closer together. I'm gonna leave it at that. But remember, you are loved. And we are never alone. Thank you guys. Love and light. I'll see you soon.